Hello and welcome to my channel. This is the newest Dior Backstage Eye Palette. This is called 003 Warm Essential. Now this is made in France and this have also 6 months shelf life. Now what I want to mention that I have all the others Dior Backstage Eye Palettes. I usually keep them in a dry and cold place and they look like they are new. No issue with them, they didn't go bad, they don't smell bad. So this is something that I want to mention. So the oldest one, I think it's like from 3 years ago and it still swatch beautifully. And now back to this palette. This is a very summery palette, if you like this kind of coral, brick orange, and this is the one for you. Now from what I've seen, and I also will include some comparison with other palettes that I do have in my collection, you will see that I think these are kind of repeating shades, not all in one that you can find in another one exactly the same, but similar with other palettes that I do have. The coral one, the burgundy one, and the amber neutrals. I think I compare 4 of the palettes, so for you to see if you have them and they are still in good condition. Yeah, it's up to you if you want to use it or not. For me, as long as they don't smell like chemicals, because they do, when an eyeshadow will go bad, it will have a strong chemical smell. So until that, I will use them. So the first comparison with it is with coral neutrals. You can see that it is pretty similar, this one with the Warm Essential. I think coral was the one released last year, if I remember well. So yeah, the only difference is that instead of that first shade that they usually have, like the concealer shade or primer shade, now you get a more whitish inner corner. I don't know how to call it. Here is side by side. You can decide but yourself, but I think they look very similar in my opinion. Again, a very summery color, corally, brick orange. I mean, how much can you kind of derive from these colors to make another unique color? But this is the closest up that I could think about, and here I was kind of pointing you the shades that are kind of similar. Next one is the Copper Essential. I think this one was released during the holiday, the winter time. Here are side by side. Now this is a little bit different in my opinion. There are some shades in here that are similar, but definitely more coppery. It is a Copper Essential, of course. You can find some of those burgundy or like maroon, brick maroon shades, but otherwise the corally and the orangey one are not as visible in here. And I was alternating between sun and clouds, so yeah, but here are side by side again. I love both of these, but I think the only one that is very similar is the corally one. Now next I took the amber neutrals. This also looked pretty similar with all this kind of coppery and reds. But yeah, this was released I think 2 or 3 years ago. I don't remember well. I don't even know if it is available for sale now. So here it's side by side. The last 2 shades, they are incredibly similar. If you ask me, they look identical on the hand, and also some peach colors from there and some coppery shades. So I think 3 or 4 shades were kind of similar. I don't know if they just retook some colors from the other palettes and make a new one. But yeah, this is side by side. Amber neutrals, it is more deeper, more smoky in my opinion. and again without that corally kind of look. And here I think I was waiting for the sun to get out from the cloud for you to see how this will like impact in direct sunlight. But yeah, the result it's kind of the same. But anyway, these colors will pop up really beautiful during the summer, especially if you are tan or if you are like medium skin tone. I think they will look gorgeous. Even on lighter skin tones, I mean, it's up to you. And the last palette that I was comparing, it is the Burgundy one. Now this, it is kind of in the same theme, but this I think is the most different. Definitely it is more on the reddish side, the Burgundy one, and more coppery brownish, and the one Warm Essential, it's more like orangey brick orange coral kind of vibes. I will link where you can buy this in my description box. If you shop to my links, thank you, it really helps my channel. The Warm Essential, it is available at our website. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.